All right, welcome everybody to episode 156 of Perpetual Backlog. I'm your host, Aqua, and joining me, like always, is Dollet.
It's
And only
me.
Dollet.
I'm here. Sup?
And only
Yeah,
Dollet.
just me tonight. Sorry, no leak. She has stuff she needs to take care of. So you get a sausage fest.
Get a sausage fest. All right. So, I played one thing this week and one thing only. All right. I know Dollet played at least two things this week, but I played one thing this week. All right. And the only thing I fucking played this week was Granblue Fantasy Relink demo.
It really, like, the demo alone really is that good. I want to meet the person. I want to meet the person that has the negative reaction to this demo. This demo was very good.
I've been to the Reddit, all right? I see no negative reactions to this demo.
This is what I mean. I literally can't find anyone. YouTube. I haven't been on Reddit that much this week because I usually do not troll, but I troll through the Reddit. Maybe if I were to go through the Steam discussions, I've stopped doing that though because that is a vile place.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
But yeah, no,
well,
this
actually,
is.
It wouldn't be on Steam because there's no Steam. There's no Steam demo. And that would be the one negative reaction to this demo, is that there's no Steam version of this demo.
And I understand why. I'll chat about that in a bit. But yeah, I'm sure it has a Steam page though. I'm sure people are talking about it. But I don't want to. I'm not even gonna bother. You want to talk about this demo? This demo was really good.
Man, this demo. Man, you know what you said it right last night, Dollet. All right. I really wish they would have given this demo a lot closer to the release.
It doesn't make sense when you say it, but if you think about it, like, hear me out. This is what's going to be the biggest hype for this game going into the main game. And half of that is just because of the quality of it. But imagine one extra week, and then you just play this demo into the live thing. Not that I imagine a lot of people will fall off. I imagine people are going to be grinding out this demo until day of. But yeah, I would have liked to see this drop. Yeah, exactly. You, Tara, help me even. But yeah, like if this had dropped like a week before, because obviously there's not going to be any changes made. This isn't a beta. This is one of the rare times where a game comes out before release and is correctly identified. This is a demo. This is a taste of things to come. So
the first Reddit post I literally hopped to the Reddit, all right? The first Reddit post is, how did I never hear anything about this game before?
How did you never hear anything about this game?
Oh man. It's people getting triggered because the game is being compared to Monster Hunter is hilarious.
I get it. I mean, after playing it, I don't necessarily agree, but I think that is like the easiest way to give a jumping off point when explaining what the quest aspect of this game is.
It's in the shape of Monster Hunter. It doesn't fit in perfectly or ever, but it's in the shape of it. It's like it's like a section of Monster Hunter.
You and 3 of your buddies get together, go out and do a quest. The specifics of that quest are now different from the Monster Hunter formula. But like, yeah, the overall shape is very similar.
Yeah. What this demo comes with, all right? A tutorial, which I don't know if anybody's ever done. Or if they have, they'll quickly realize it's not what you think it is. It's just hey, here's these buttons. These are the buttons. All right. A lot of people were hoping, oh, it's a tutorial. Maybe I get to try out my character against a striking dummy or something like that. Nah, you don't. So that's that and like some issues with connecting to other people outside of your outside of like your lobby.
It's been 50-50, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know if that's to blame Relink servers or if that's to blame or Sony servers. I'm not 100% sure on that one. This probably shouldn't be too much of an issue on PC.
I certainly hope not.
But the fact that the closest thing to a striking dummy we have is the golem fight, where you have to train yourself to fight. Like, I really wish there was, like, because I know there's going to be one in the game. There's going to be one on your ship where you get to train, playing as whatever character you want to play as. Because they've showed it in every showcase that they've ever done for any character. There's literally a striking dummy on the cipher, and you can attack it and test out your your rotation or whatever that you want to do.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate it's not in the demo, but that hasn't stopped people from learning characters in and out through fighting the rock golem, which I know Tara has pretty much became a god tier Zeta. I've seen her do so many loops on Zeta, outside of Link time. It's ridiculous. She's put so much time into this demo.
Yeah, I'm only at 4 or 5, and I still have the problem of after 4 or 5, I just miss the target. I don't even miss the window. I whiff because the target has moved, or I just fly over it. So I ended after like 4 reps.
I have the Reddit post for you. All right.
Oh.
This is literally named Zeta high jump training regimen.
Let's go.
So I was just scrolling down a little. It's like one of the big questions on Reddit that has been asked or whatever. It's like, how do you time Zeta's high jumps?
The upside to this is I think the visual tell is very good. 100%, but I might be missing something.
Yeah, I'm definitely missing something as well, because the times that I get to like at least 5 or 6 loops or whatever, I'm like double tapping the square button or whatever, because the first time I hit it, I definitely know it's probably not at right, but like I double tap it as soon as I hear the because there's an audio cue as well with it.
I've been playing too low to hear the audio cue, unfortunately. I don't want to have everyone listening through the game on my mic as well.
Yeah.
Won't be a problem when it comes to PC.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I have. Oh, we've all S++ the like all three stages, or at least I have.
I don't think funny enough, I don't think I have any. Oh no, I have like an A on the goblins because I did it for sake of doing it. I haven't put. I think I've done it all of once.
Okay.
I'll go back and I'll S+ it on like, I don't know, Narmai or someone with like a good amount of AoE.
Well, the big so like killing them and I forget what the kill.
The big thing for me to remember is I have to pick up 2 barrels to throw at them.
Yeah,
I think that's why I got the A before.
You have to kill 2 of them. Yeah.
Yes, because I didn't actually get any kills. I think I threw 1 and I thought I got 2 kills in 1, so I just kept going. I wasn't paying any attention. But I was sloppy on that run anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a couple of Reddit posts saying that like their concerns are like hopefully not all the missions are just like single boss room missions, which I actually kind of think that they're going to be.
No, I absolutely imagine if this is going to be anything true to the game, it's going to be you in an arena against a major boss. I don't expect
Yeah.
that to change.
Yeah.
Though I can't imagine people wanting like the story mode to get multiplayer of some kind.
Mm-mm.
I mean, obviously that's not going to happen in this game, as far as we know, anyway. But I do suspect feedback will be taken into account for future games,
Yeah, most likely.
which I hope there are. Like, imagine everyone's hoping that we're getting like a series off of just a demo.
You know, I don't want a series off of this game. I just want this game to be updated. I think they've perfectly gotten down the formula for this game. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see it continually updated. Like even past the roadmap or whatever. I just want
Sure.
them to be like,
I would love to get like 2 years off of this game,
mhm.
but I also recognize that it is more cost effective for a company to do a game for about a year and then make another one. Which I
uh
don't mind. I don't mind supporting if the game is good. Like
yeah.
this is like I do want games like Relink. I want a whole lot less games like Destiny, and I know that's not a fair comparison, but my point is I want less live services. I want
Mhm.
more games like with a good multiplayer, but also plenty of other content.
I'd like
And if that
I
means that I have to buy more often, I will.
Yeah, so I'd like to see this game take the Monster Hunter strategy, which is
100%,
give
yes.
us like an and it's really it's really hard to say because of the way they're updating this game at post launch. Is they're kind of doing an update each month, but I
Mhm.
suspect that the stop after May. Um, I would like to see them do the 3 updates that they have for this game. Um, take a few months to prepare like maybe other updates. Give us like maybe 2 or 3 more updates this year. Um, and then work on like an expansion for the game.
Yeah, 100%. I would be fine with that.
And then have some extra updates after the expansion, and then uh, while doing that, work on like a relink too. Um, I,
Yeah,
I
if they
mean
can
that all
serialize this
depends
in a
on
way like Monster Hunter,
yeah.
specifically World, but even Rise did a very good job in terms of the planning for it, then yeah, I would absolutely be down for that.
Yeah.
Mostly because this allows them to make updates and fix certain issues that I'm sure we haven't run into yet. There will be ways of them to optimize certain aspects, and also characters. Granblue has like, I have to assume they have like 300 or 400 characters, and they're not all going to make it into this title. And I would like to see ones down the line. I'd like to see like all the society members. I'd like to see a bunch of the angels. So
Uh, yeah, no, I would, yeah, there's, so there are obviously repeat characters. They're
sure,
like repeat like versions of characters, um, for Granblue. Um, but all of that together, um, holy crap, there's a lot. There's a lot. There are a lot of Granblue got a lot of characters. Um,
it's been around since what, like
to the
20,
one 2014,
2012, 2014.
2014.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, they've had a long time.
Oh yeah. Um, yeah, I would love to see them to serialize it in the same way Monster Hunter does. That would that would I mean I would just continuously play this game. If they did it that way, I'd be really sad if they just stopped in May. Um, I feel like the May updates probably either just going to be content or characters. I mean,
I
they
agree with
did the
your take
thing.
on it, though.
Yeah, they did the thing where I mean, they're giving us Lucilius in the first update, which is at level 200, which I feel like probably going to be the be all end all fight for the
It
game.
doesn't bode well because he is, to my knowledge, the hardest encounter in Granblue.
Yeah. Um. So I don't foresee like actually like other content past that fight. Which sucks. I don't feel like Lucilius should come out first if that's the case.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Depending what's in this game, having this be your first content drop is fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah. That's like a concern because I feel like there's a good bit of end game quests after beating the game and everything,
I'm
all the way
sure.
up
I'm
to
sure.
it. But dropping Lucilius a month after the game comes out, I one I don't know how many people are gonna no life this game to be ready to fight Lucilius. But two, if depending on what that third update is, if it's just characters, I would have much rather character then content drop instead of like content drop then character, because then after that it would feel like I
The only
want to
reason
see
why
this game have legs later
yeah,
on.
the only reason why
That's what I want to say.
this makes a lot of sense to me is because of the people who will absolutely get through all of this. The people who don't want to level
Oh
up all
yeah,
the characters, they'll pick like two characters they want to deal with. They'll move through the entire game. They'll be ready for Lucilius come
yeah.
April,
No, Lucilius is March.
March,
It's a
March.
month after. Yeah.
Right, so they'll be absolutely ready for it. So you don't want people to fall off this game too quickly. So definitely content first does work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised that it's content and it looks like it's going to be content character. I would want one more piece of content, but like we've said, and you and I are not Granblue
Yeah.
veterans to any
Yeah.
meaningful degree. But
Yeah.
having Lucilius first doesn't bode well if what we understand is true.
Well, it feels like it's a having Lucilius first just kind of feels like a Granblue thing now or whatever, because even in Versus Rising, Lucilius is the first DLC character. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, y
and hell, they're putting 2B
yes,
in before they even put in fucking Beatrix and Vayne. So
I yeah. Maybe
uh,
Lucilius is just more popular than I realized. I know that God, this is such a weird thing to say. I know the various versions of Lucifer are popular, but I just didn't know it was Lucilius. I know I keep hearing Lucio, but again, I'm not familiar enough. I want Sandy Dolphins, I want Sandal Phones.
mhm.
So I want some Dolphin. I'd like to see Beatrix and Ilsa. I just want all of the society members together.
Mm.
And I
Well,
have a couple of other little ones that I'd like, but
Ilsa
I'm
might
ha-
be uh Ilsa, like, so that like the characters are like Eustace, Ilsa, Beatrix, and was it
the
Zeta and
characters that we have.
Basaraga, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Um, I think out of all of them, Ilsa is the only one that might not, because while I think
Yeah, I
Ali was
agree.
saying, while we know what Ilsa does, um, they've never had Ilsa as a character before.
This is well, no, Ilsa has like three different versions of her character. She's
Mm.
absolutely a unit.
Uh,
Um,
but they've
she
never.
gets the least amount of love because she's the least explored, to my knowledge. Like we know
Yeah,
plenty about. I mean, at this point, we know plenty about Zeta and Vasaraga because they turn up in all the side content apparently.
yeah,
We know about. I don't know how much we actually know about Eustace because I'm blinded by the fact that he's Ali's
yeah.
favorite character. But he seems well fleshed out. He showed up in Rising. Hell,
Yeah.
he showed up in the base game as DLC.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Beatrix and Ilsa I'm unsure about because Ilsa's weapon I don't think is awakened, and Beatrix just got shafted as far as I'm concerned, because to my knowledge, she's also very popular and pals around with Zeta and Vasaraga.
I want Beatrix for one reason, and everybody knows that reason. She got a ponytail.
It's true, she does.
Does indeed have a ponytail. That's the only reason why I want her.
I'm a simple man. If you give me Vera and give me Sandy, I'll be happy. There are a bunch of other characters I would like.
Vera also has a ponytail.
Vera's great. Vera's not great. Vera's problematic, but it's a problematic that I can vibe with this time.
Yeah. One other thing about this demo that I thought about making a separate video on, except I suck at talking to myself. And I really hate recording stuff of me talking to myself about shit. So maybe I'll cut this part out and make it a separate video. But so while doing Rock Golem, how many ever freaking times I've done Rock Golem, all right, I've noticed all of the mechanics that are in it, and I've noticed a very particular thing with these mechanics, all right? I want to go ahead and say this dev team definitely plays an MMO somewhere down the line, all right?
It feels like it, yeah.
This dev team might have played 14 at some point, because this fight has every making of a mid-level, or like a mid-level boss of a 14 dungeon or whatever.
It feels like an earlier style of trial, I think, before they upped the difficulty because we figured out how to play.
Yeah. Cuz I noticed so the two big mechanics that comes out is one, the ads, all right?
Right.
The ads come out two particular points of this fight. 80% and 40%. When you hit those HP thresholds, that's when the ads come out. All right.
Oh, I didn't even notice it was tied to HP.
Yeah. Specifically tied to HP. Both of those times, all right. His overdrive gauge is normally almost full. All right. So overdrive typically happens around the 75% HP mark to maybe 72, depending on how hard you're pushing DPS. All right. It's not tied to his HP. It's tied to that overdrive bar, but that's usually about the time when the bar fills up. All right. And those are the two big mechanics, because after he goes overdrive, he does his gigantic AoE thing 3 times or whatever. And it kind of saddens me, because I've done a lot of random lobbies, or random pickup groups with this fight, and I'm a little saddened sometimes in this fight, because I guess nobody's picked up on the on how this fight actually works. Because
oh shit, Aqua about to start making guides?
No, I'm not having any guides. So they do this thing that 14 has done specifically with some classes, all right? Where they give you things that you can use. I'm going to specifically talk about maybe White Mage here. All right? White Mage has the Afflatus skills or whatever that are insta-cast. They don't take any mana. And they're mainly healing. All right? Or actually, they're all healing except for the Misery one. All right? It's very similar to White Mage, how this fight in general is built, because they give you a specific reason to make you pull off from DPSing the boss to killing the ads super quickly, because the ads drop an orb that you can throw at the boss that does a 9 to 11k. All right.
Yeah.
Most characters you're playing as will not do 9 to 11k in the amount of time it would take you to kill that ad. Especially if you're playing somebody like Rackham, all right? Because you can swap over to the ad, do the charge attack with Rackham, kill that ad instantly, pick up the orb, throw it at the boss, all right? So specifically, they actually reward you for pulling off of the boss to kill the ad by giving you more DPS than your team could probably do. Like, it really depends on who you're playing. If you're playing Gandagoza, I would not pull off the boss or ever. It would take too much time to get close enough to the ad.
True.
And you would probably do more damage just fighting the boss. But you're playing somebody like Charlotta, playing somebody like Rackham or EO, you can get that ad down super quickly. It would take
if you can gap close from boss to ad and then find a way back to the boss quickly as a melee, you can pull off, sure. But yeah, as you said,
Charlotta does that easily.
Agreed. The range can handle it. The ads aren't hard, but they're annoying. So you're incentivized to kill them for like 3 or 4 reasons. A, the sand tomb state is absolutely the worst thing I've ever dealt with.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. B, they die quickly. They die quickly enough, so you're not actually losing that much uptime. You get a big old chunk of boss damage, and it goes towards your end score.
It does go towards your end score, yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know if it's just by the damage connecting, because it's not just for killing the ad. You don't get anything for that. I think it's specifically for the damage output. I think it's just because you just did a spike, an unreal spike of damage. So you're incentivized a bunch of ways to not skip ads.
And here's why I suggest that most people should pull off the boss, all right? Because the more you attack that boss, the more the overdrive gauge is going to go up. If people pull off the boss like enough to where that overdrive gauge doesn't hit the max by the time you hit the ads or whatever, you won't have to worry about killing ads during the initial overdrive attack.
Sure.
Which is what I find kills people the most. Because specifically in this fight, if you go into critical status twice, you're not S++ing it. All right?
Yeah, you literally can't at that point.
Yeah. And I feel as it is as if if you push the boss into overdrive while trying to do the ads, then you're giving too much to worry about during that hectic state, because it is hard enough for people to just jump and dodge or jump and block during that part when they don't have to deal with ads. And now they have to deal with ads. This is why I think it'd be easy. Obviously, it would be easier if you knew all 4 people that were in your party, or maybe it's a little bit easier with NPCs or whatever. But NPCs are still going to attack the boss. They're not some of them go after the ads, but most of them still stand on. It depends on how close they are to the ad or not. Now, maybe at some point in time in the actual game, you have a sigil slot set up to resist Sand Tomb, and you just ignore the ads in general and just focus down the boss and dodge and block his super attack during that. But that's something you and 4 other people would actually go down. I think pug groups should focus on pulling off the boss and killing the ad and getting that spike in damage, because after you throw those orbs, he's going to go into overdrive. You just did 20,000 damage to him, all right? And like super quickly. That's going to push him over in overdrive. Then you can dodge his attack, or like, if you're like, greedy or whatever with the Charlotta, you can just hop and block inside his little circle. That's what I feel. And as a person that plays Final Fantasy 14, I just couldn't help but notice this while playing the game, because I'm like, all right, at 80%, these ads come out, and then he goes into overdrive super quickly, like right after it. You get rewarded very obviously for killing the ads. The ads are very annoying to keep up, because Santum, while you're fighting the boss, is absolutely a killer. Yeah, I mean, that's my TED talk on how you should play this fight. Thank you for coming to my TED talk. In the main game, it'll probably be harder, because I highly doubt we're gonna have any, like, as many or at the level of these sigils that we have in this demo. Also, I'm pretty sure there's probably no syncing feature, so when you're level 100 and you just hop down to the fucking do lower level missions or whatever, you're just probably gonna solo and steamroll through it anyway. So
yeah,
I guess it really doesn't matter. So,
hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
Yeah. Obviously, I have a lot of things to say about this demo, but this is not the Granblue Fantasy Relink demo cast. And as much as I was
sure, we've been here for a minute.
We've been here for 30 minutes. Thank you very much. I don't know if you know. I don't know. I to you, time might be a flat circle. But Dollet, you played something that isn't Granblue Fantasy Relink demo this week.
I did. I played. I'm finally getting through Cyberpunk. I just got to Phantom Liberty. I have literally completed everything else that I can in the main game. So I'm very much just at the beginning. I've just met both Songbird and the President, and I'm on my way to meet Solomon. That is, I'm on my way to meet Idris Elba. Nothing that has happened, with the exception of Space Force 1 or whatever they called it going down, was what I expected. Literally none of it. Like, meeting Songbird was not what I expected. Meeting the President was not what I expected. I suspect when I meet Solomon here, he will not be what I expect, despite all of the info I had going into this. I will definitely say the intro to Phantom Liberty is nuts, but like in a good way. I super enjoyed it thus far. I'm going in so fucking strong.
Yeah.
But whatever changes they've made to Cyberpunk with the various updates, the game does a very good job of keeping up with me. I would go so far as to say the game almost does too good a job. I am a little tired of everyone having smart guns. I don't mind dying in 2 hits from melee. Fine, that's fine. I mind getting shot around the corner from every enemy. But yeah, it is what it is. This game's so fucking enjoyable right now. You still get stupidly broken. I almost wonder if the revamp to the skill tree matters. Because I never really felt like I was locked out if I wanted to do. I don't level the moment I get my my ability to level up. I level up in chunks. I just never felt hamstringed. So, of course, I've played the game before, which is another big part of it.
Yeah,
I super enjoy this. I thought, like I've said this before, I know a lot of people's opinions have changed A lot of people who say their opinion hasn't changed has changed. I was there. I remember the opinions this game got.
No revisionist here.
No. Like this game was fucking flawed at start. But because we played on PC, we had the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
I still don't love a lot of like the main game's flaws. I still hate the fact that the whole coming up with Jackie thing is a cutscene. That's never gonna be okay with me.
Yeah, me either.
I think like a lot of that really still gets under my skin. But like the game is fine. It is in fact an RPG. And you got guns. Or in Aqua's case, swords.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sword, definitely.
It's fantastic. I mean, I'm definitely gonna keep playing through Phantom Liberty. I want to get through that at least once, maybe twice, because I assume there are a couple decisions that are going to make a surprising difference.
Probably.
So more to come on that. But yeah, it was that. I mean, obviously, I played Relink with you guys. I did some Granblue Rising on the demo before finding out some cursed knowledge that I shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. That will not be repeated on the podcast.
No, it really won't. Game's good. Games are good. It's been a good week to be a gamer. It's gonna be a rough back end into all of next month because there's just so much. But yeah, no, it's been a blast. Been enjoying myself this week.
Yeah, you see, I don't have to deal with smart weapons, Dollet, all right? Because I can just deflect them back.
True. I mean, like that's fair. And I'm finally at the point where like I might we'll see. I imagine this would be a lot easier on me if I didn't give up my deck for the Sandevistan. Which in its own way is a big help. Because I have a reflex tuner and a Sandy. But I also have enough points that if I statted into like the net running side, I could probably kill a whole wave of people before they even knew I was there.
I have the Sandy, and I just pop it, and I go around going.
I'm a lot more reserved in my use of it. I know for a fact in any fight that I fight now, I'm going to get low on health. So I let my reflex tuner kick off, so I get the automatic time slowdown when I'm low on health. Then when that falls off, I just activate my Sandy, and I have what feels like 2 minutes of I am traveling at double speed. Because I still feel really fragile. I feel like if I get hit 2 or 3 times, it's over for me.
Yeah. One would say it's Jover.
Get out of here.
All right. So that's all of what we played this week. All right.
Yep.
Now we get into the bevy of news that we've gotten this past week, and by bevy of news, I mean it's actually not that much, but it's nice. So what was this? The Tekken tournament thing going on? What is it?
The Tekken World Tour.
Yeah,
TWT.
Tekken World Tour.
Shout outs to Arlen Aslan, or shit. 1 second. I keep wanting to say Aslan, but I think it's Arlen Ash.
Okay. Shout out to our boy.
Yeah, to Arslan Ash. That dude is cracked. There's a lot of talk about him being the best Tekken 7 player on the planet. It literally does him a disservice. I know, no, genuinely. Dude won JP Evo 2 years running. Bro won Vegas Evo 2 years running, and he just won the Tekken World Tour. That does not make you the best Tekken 7 player. All the people playing Tekken 5, 6, and now 7.
He's the best Tekken player.
He bodies your favorite free. No one wants to hear this. Look, my guy was JDCR. straight up. Like I understand. He would like Arslan Ash bodies your favorite free. Dude deserves every bit of success he's getting. I saw him do some Tekken 8 shenanigans with the new character as a Senna. I hope he doesn't play that character because he was a fucking menace.
We talk about
Like,
he's gonna play
Tekken,
every
I know.
character.
I mean, this is true, but like, there was talks about him playing Nina. I'm very interested to see if he continues his dominance in Tekken 8 because it'll really shut everyone up. Dude is crazy. I remember when he came in playing Kasumi. It's so fucking cool to watch him play.
Nice.
But yeah, that's beside the point. After he took it in TWT, they showed us the opening to Tekken 8. Hey,
Which looks really good.
I
That was a
can't
really good
begin
opening.
to tell you how like I had chills for a moment. The opening is great. Like it's not fucking cinema or anything, but it's like a straight up they have just chosen to ignore 6 and 7 and went straight back to Tekken 5. God,
Yeah.
it felt nostalgic. I think they showed everyone in the opening, which is nice because I 7 was so focused on the Mishimas.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked really good. There was a I some people would think like if they had just had to watch the opening or whatever, you could think it's a Muso game. There's a
Yeah,
war going
fair.
on at one point in
Fair.
time. Dude, imagine a Tekken Muso.
I don't have to. I don't have to. It's called Tekken Force.
Oh no, that's a beat 'em up.
How different is a beat 'em up from a Muso anyway?
A very much beat 'em ups are usually side scrollers, and Musos are normally like
Oh,
you
you didn't
versus
play
1,000 people.
Tekken Force and Tekken 6 then. That was
No, I
not
didn't.
side
I didn't
scrolling.
touch Tekken. I didn't touch Tekken 6.
I don't I think Tekken 6 was trash, but that's just me. I don't even know if I'll be honest, I genuinely don't know if that's a hot take. I
Dude,
didn't like Tekken 6.
3 to 7. Oh no, I jumped from 3 to Tekken Tag Tournament to 7.
Yo, those are some jumps. I mean, 3 to tag is makes sense unless you meant tag 2, in which case those are some jumps.
I lumped Tag and Tag 2 together because I did play Tag 2.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, so Tekken 3 to Tekken Tag makes sense. If the next one you played was Tekken Tag, holy shit.
Yeah. It
Holy
was
shit, that's
3
so
Tech. It
far.
was 3 Tekken Tag 2, 7.
All right, fair enough. People
I didn't touch
loved
4,
4.
5, or 6.
People loved 4. There was something about 4 that didn't work for me. I don't think 4 is bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but there was something about it that just didn't jive with me. 5 is genuinely one of the best in the series, if it's not the best in the series, which is hard to say with 8 and with 7 and 8 existing, and 3 being as integral to fighting games as it is. 6, I thought 6 was trash. I thought Tag 2 was fun, but still trash. 7 was great, but now looks worse as 8.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just my feelings. Sorry if it's not popular. Sorry.
I don't play fighting games. I just play Tekken. That's me. And occasionally Granblue, I guess.
But yeah, no, the opening was grand. It was a cheesy ass song with some cheesy ass things happening. We had the Ride of the Rohirrim with all the heroes like just full on charging down a bunch of jacks. It's not good, but it's my kind of bad. So I'm here for it. But when that was over and the dust cleared, we had the most obvious thing happen. First Wave DLC, the face of the first pass, Eddy Gordo.
Yeah.
It was the most obvious thing. If you thought it was going to be anyone else, I need to hear your reasoning.
They could have done
like
Christie.
I, you know what? Genuinely, I think if it was Christie, it would have been as well received, if not better. Um, there was no other character. Like, don't get me wrong. I know there are other popular characters that aren't in yet. I know Armor King still needs to show up. I know Anna still needs to show up, and more. But Eddy Gordo is unique
He's a
amongst
staple.
Tekken.
A staple.
It's not even that. Despite not being a launcher, he showed up in 3. And a capo has been in every game since, whether it's him or Christie. Despite not being a high tier character, Eddy Gordo might be, in fact, the most popular Tekken character. Because if you ask someone who does not play Tekken to name characters, there's a good chance they might know the Mishimas, but they definitely know Eddy.
Yeah.
Like, they definitely know that fool. I have no idea why capos are so popular, but they know Eddy Gordo. So yeah, he was a given. I didn't think anyone else was going to take the face of the first battle pass. I heard some people say, well, what they're going to do is they're going to save him for last to really cap it off. And I guess I understand that. I do. But no, he was always going to be the first choice. I think the last person in the battle pass this time around might be a guest if they're doing it.
Yeah, possibly.
No, it's a great choice. His redesign is good. I don't care how much of y'all are saying that every black person has the same hairstyle. Yo, that hairstyle is sick. Yo, I'm trying to rock that hairstyle. Are you kidding me?
It is overused, though.
It might be, but it's because it's sick as fuck. That's all I'm saying. I'm actually the real reason I'm not bothered about it is because we'll have access to his old hairstyle. If it was just a case of you weren't getting the locks back, I would actually probably be a bit bitter. But no, we're gonna get the locks. I'm not worried about it. I think the new outfit is kind of dope. Is it over engineered? Not over engineered. What's the word? Over designed? Yeah, absolutely. But have you seen what Eddy wears? Like it's a bright. It is bright. It's green. It's gold. Yeah, my man looks great. Also, everyone in this game, every male character, is so jacked. God damn. What's your cycle, bro? I'm not trying to use or anything, but you look huge.
Yeah. But yeah,
also, goddamn, his voice actor's so much better than it was. It's like, vamos la!
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious it was going to be Eddy. I was like, there's no way with a redesign that Tekken was going through, new engine, like new upgrade, that they weren't going to be like, all right, time to redesign Eddy.
So a lot of people were saying it was smart to keep him out because he's definitely going to sell, which is true. I have absolutely no argument to that. But hear me out. I would have put him in the main roster, and I would have made Christie DLC. Or vice versa. I definitely would have put a capo in the main roster just to keep people from complaining. Yeah. Because if you want people to buy your game, if you want non-fighting game players to buy Tekken, you put a capo in. Super easy to play as, super fulfilling just to smash buttons on, and once you know how to play the game, you can fight against them. Yeah, they're annoying, and they are, but you can fight against them.
We go back to go back to the last thing Max said in his reaction. He's like, "That's good." Now the only problem is, we all have to deal with Eddy Gordo.
It's true. Like you're going to get hit by some BS, but it is nice to have him back. And I like that they even used a remix of the old T3 theme. I mean, maybe Eddy's kept that theme, but I haven't heard like character themes in a minute. I really like it. I would like to hear. I hope the old ones are in, or at least give me a jukebox.
I mean,
God, I would buy so many of the Tekken 3 songs.
You could just queue up that one song from fucking Birdie Wing, all right, and then you can have Jin's theme.
Yo, that's such a deep cut. No one's getting that. It does sound like Jin's theme though. It's crazy. But yeah, that's that.
Yeah. Well, because time is a flat circle, we're back to Granblue Fantasy Relink talking, yeah. And by that, I mean we pretty much covered what the hell was going on. There was a showcase the day before the demo came out, or the day of the demo coming out, because for smart people that have New Zealand accounts, we downloaded the demo right after the showcase, which was the day before like our region even got it. So um demo release on the 12th. Obviously, we played that. We talked about Lucilius being the first update in March. It's a level 200 boss fight. They showcased him off. He did what Paradise Lost and fucking wiped everybody off the map. So there's probably going to be a gimmick to survive the fight like right off the bat. And then there's they showed off two or like they showed that they're releasing two characters in April, Seofan and Tuyen, and then there's an unknown update in May, which they haven't went into detail with. But yeah, I'm obviously still super excited for this game. So
100%,
let's go. Let's go.
I need this game to do so well so that every other gacha game sees that normal games are something they should be considering.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. 100%. There's been a big debacle over Capcom this week because people are catching on that they've been adding in very cheap old school DRM to their older games like RE Revelations or some old Mega Man games and stuff like that. People are upset because it's gotta deal with like people don't like DRM. DRM's a shit thing to have in a game. I understand the reason DRM's put into a game. Especially like right at launch. But DRM usually screws with the performance of a game. It also sometimes pops up as an antivirus, as a virus, or some type of malware as well.
And that was the big part that got this one called out.
Yeah, this one was kind of getting like coming across as like malware, but it was only hitting like 1 out of like 69 or 68 different like points, which normally means that it wasn't whitelisted for like a very specific antivirus. And so like the DRM deals with like reading information, reading code, and it's usually tries to obfuscate itself, which is very questionable as a program. But it's there to protect intellectual property more than anything. But a lot of people are getting mad over it because they're wondering why is Capcom adding this to old games that have been out for years. Like RE Revelations it's been over a decade since this game been out. And it did have very bad performance issue when it got implemented, and so they even reversed the update. So I think they removed it because
I don't know if it's gone back in yet, but it certainly impacted that game to such a degree that they had to roll it back.
But a lot of people were saying that it's also them trying to strike back at people that are modding their games, and which Capcom's a Japanese company. They look at modding as a kind of a cheating type thing.
They certainly don't like it. I'm not sure that's what this is for, but they have only themselves to blame for being as vocally not even just as vocally against modding as they are, but the stupidity with which they speak about it.
Yeah.
The fact that they compare it to cheating, of course, people are going to immediately think this is them trying to double down on mods, whether it is or isn't the case.
Yeah. It's also kind of two-folded with that because while I don't think they're specifically trying to get back at mods with this DRM, because they've been doing this for months now, and people are just catching on to it.
No, they've been doing this for
I
years, not even mods. No, sorry, not even
what
months.
well yeah, but like the people have been dating it back for the past couple of months, or whatever. It's been like I guess a little bit more aggressive. Um,
Oh, yeah, well, they've gone back and started reintegrating it.
yeah,
There are a few instances of this particular DRM being used over the years, but yeah, I guess they are being
yeah.
a bit more aggressive with it this year.
People are assuming it's because that one player during that Capcom tournament had a
Yeah.
nude Chun-Li mod. And that was obviously a big strike against how the look of Capcom, because they definitely don't like one of the things that they probably definitely don't like is nude mods, especially in an outward public facing type of a scenario like that.
Especially on their mascot character.
Yeah. Um but
Chun-Li is
also
literally the face of that series. Sorry, Ryu, it's not
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Um but also they've been hitting what is it? What's the mod the Monster Hunter speedrunning mod YouTube channel? Um
Wait, what? This is news to me, whatever you're about to say.
there's a Monster Hunter speedrunning YouTube channel.
It's not Team Darkside, is it?
Yeah, Team Darkside. They've been hit with copyright strikes and stuff
Oh.
specifically because of the mod usage that they use in their videos.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Because they go in and they mod a few things to I guess
Right, of course.
I don't know if it's to make speedrunning easier, but it's to make speedrunning more
Consistent,
um
probably.
consistent, yeah. So they've hit them with a couple of copyright strikes, if I recall correctly, or they've asked them to cease and desist like some of their videos because they have mods in there.
Oh yeah, straight up.
Uh,
I've missed that this week. I had no idea.
yeah. So that's a worry too. But again, it's like a weird line because in one sense, I don't view modding if you're not playing online as something that you shouldn't do. But also it is Capcom's game, and if you're outwardly using, I don't know, man. I like when it comes to crossing countries with their rules or whatever. It's a little weird because obviously over in America and like other countries that are modding video games isn't like against the law.
So here's my thoughts, and it's not legal. I could absolutely, like, I would lose this in court for sure. The
Mhm,
moment you make your game available for public dissemination, the moment we can all buy it, the
mhm.
moment we have it in our hands, you should expect that it will change. Now,
Um,
once you've posted content, you, the buyer, now have to fall in line with the rules set up by the owner.
yeah,
But if you want to mod your game in the privacy of your own home, homie,
yeah,
do what you
yeah,
gotta do. I don't give a
yeah,
shit. Don't give a shit how degenerate it is.
yeah,
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. The moment
yeah,
you have to now put something up online, you have to run. You have to understand you're running the risk. You're
mhm,
running a risk. Just
yeah.
don't be stupid. Don't be that guy with the Chun Li mod. That's all I'm saying.
Don't be the guy with definitely.
Also,
Um,
don't be the tournament organizer for that tournament who didn't screen what they were about to put on screen on an
exactly.
online tournament,
Yeah.
knowing you were going to be capturing from someone's personal. What are you doing? You know people are degenerates out here. I've modded my Street Fighter 5. I know what the most popular mods are, you fucking degens. What is it with you all in feet? Why are you all like this?
Hey man, Jury's a Jury's a very important character.
No, Jerry already comes without shoes. I'm talking about like other characters. This is why. This is what I
Oh
mean.
yeah.
I
Okay.
particularly want to get on this topic, not to talk about feet, but to talk about the other thing that Capcom's being called out for. I have two brain cells in my head. So when I saw the Spy Family thing, I understood, oh, cool. They're giving us a your costume for my avatar.
Yeah.
I understood this. I've been actually playing the game. I see where all the costuming goes. It's not going to the main cast, it's going to the avatars.
Yeah.
So now, when your isn't a Chun-Li skin, the internet loses its mind. Y'all need to chill. That said, Capcom, listen, talk to me for
Why
a
didn't you
second.
make Why didn't you make your a Chung-Li skin? Come on, guys.
What are you doing? I knew you weren't gonna do it, but
This
that
would make
doesn't
money.
mean that I didn't want to be. That means I didn't want to be wrong in this instance. Why couldn't all the girls get a Yor and all the guys get a Lloyd costume? Would it have been that hard? Hell,
No, it
maybe
wouldn't have
give
been.
the very tiny in appearance women like Lily and Kimberly. Maybe give them an Anya one. It'd have been adorable. What were you doing? Like, you couldn't have foreseen this blowback?
Yeah.
I knew what you were going to do, but again, I have two brain cells I can rub together. A lot of people saw Yor and Chun Li in the same scene and said, oh, well, clearly that's how it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
I mean, that's how it should have.
Also, yo, I don't know what else Capcom was doing. The way they tried to sell that Yor avatar, they made that avatar look real derpy. Come
Oh,
on, guys. I
I haven't
recognize
actually
we
seen
made
it.
a bunch of abominations. That doesn't mean you need to.
Yeah, I haven't actually
But
seen
yeah,
it. I'll have to look it up.
that's what it is. People have already modded that your costume for Chun-Li, for Jury. So
Yeah,
let this be a lesson. You all could have made a lot of extra money by both
yeah.
Avatar and players. Now people gotta mod it in.
So Capcom, like other companies, should just actually Capcom, like other companies, should look at, and this is the only time. This is the only time I'm gonna give Bethesda props. All right, the only time they need to look at Bethesda and see what they did with mods. All right, and just do that. All right, you see somebody make a mod, it's very popular. Fucking make it yourself. All right,
And you
sell
know
it.
what the worst part is? They learned this back in Street Fighter V. Now, maybe they were always going to give Jury her Street Fighter 4 outfit,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't for several months until someone came around and made a bomb ass Jury Street Fighter 4 outfit.
And it's
Capcom
like,
then made their
I'm gonna
own.
do it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, these companies, it's like they don't think. All right, when it comes to like making more profit. All right, they go these complete asinine ways to try to make more profit when they could just do the easiest thing to make more profit is to look at what the people want. All right.
Enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get.
Like put research into what the people want and just make that and sell that. It will sell. It will sell. It will.
Mhm.
People will buy it before they mod it. All right. If it's on the shop, they will buy it before they go around and look for mods because they'll be like, this is
Honestly,
$5. Got it.
there are two things that keep people that keep piracy going: lack of ability to get the thing because you've made it too expensive,
Mm-hmm.
or because it's not available in their region, and lack of that thing at all.
Yeah.
If you give it to them and you make it affordable, there's no reason to go through the struggle of modding or pirating. It's just easier to spend the money.
Yeah.
Give them that option. And this is in general. This is not about costumes. This isn't even just about Street Fighter or Capcom. This is a general thing that should be widely understood.
That's all. That's all I have. Like, cause we're gonna have this issue in in the next month. All right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I can already see it with Granblue Fantasy Relink. All right. I already know a friend, Tara, who wants redheads. All right. You know what color variants they fucking never give in Granblue? Redhead.
Yeah,
They do it like for once or twice.
To be fair, the color swaps in Granblue aren't great. They're pretty, let's just quickly shift all these colors this direction and let's not put too much thought into this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when
what's going to
actual
happen?
costumes come out, I'll mess with it, but I will also probably be modding in for like better looking color swaps.
Color swaps are going to be one of the first things I get modded in this game.
Let me have my chocolate girls. That's what's going to happen.
That being said, if this game is easily able to mod, I don't know what Versus Rising looks like when it comes to mods or whatever.
Neither do I.
So I haven't actually looked at that. So I would assume whatever they have in there would possibly get pushed over to Relink, or like there might be a similar modding scene or whatever. I can go ahead and tell you, 100%, if they can do it, there will be a damage meter. There will be a damage tracker. 100%.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. This
is a rating game. Yeah, this is a rating game. It's 100% going to happen. People will find a way. People need to know how much damage they're doing. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, Capcom's doing a little fucky wucky with this DRM shit.
Yeah, back on topic. Fair.
Capcom, do better. All right. I understand. I understand what you're doing. All right. And while I don't normally care because the games you're putting in past like this Enigma DRM on or whatever, I never played, or 2 will never play. I mean, I've got Resident Evil 5 and I know it's on there, but I've loaded up Resident Evil 5 before, and let me tell you, it doesn't do anything. So, we already have to deal with de novo on all these games that come out. All right, and in most games, de novo doesn't even work or whatever. People crack it like literally the day it comes out. So I don't understand. I do not understand. One, the big issue is with DRM half the time, and 2, why even companies put in DRM, because it while it does work sometimes, it doesn't work like 80% of the time.
Man, I'd love to argue with you on this because like the reason they do it is so obvious, but
yeah, it's
kind of hit the nail on the head.
It's to protect from piracy. And I'm fine with that.
They want as many first day sales as possible. They don't want you prior to. And you know what? Word, I understand, but also, I wish you would either get one that worked, or at least one that didn't fuck with the performance of the things you're selling.
Yeah.
That's it. Because, unfortunately, like you just said, Aqua, it does neither of those things. It doesn't work. Games are cracked inside of a day regardless. And the impact to all of us who do buy it is fucking huge. So that we have to go out and find a way to improve FPS other ways.
Yep.
Like, when the only people you're hurting are the people playing by the rules, what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. And as for modding, again, like the opinion is, I like mods or whatever, but if you're posting them on YouTube, then you're at the mercy of whoever's having a bad day. Honestly,
Phil DeFranco has been saying this for like 20 years. It's the easiest thing in the world. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Though, what is it, Team Darkstar or whatever? They've been doing this stuff for years or whatever. I feel like that's going to blow over. I think that's going to blow over.
First of all, I don't think, and I might be wrong about this, I don't think Capcom has it in them to terminate that channel. The amount of viewership Team Darkside gets about their game is better than most of their advertising. Yep. So, I imagine this is just a big show of force.
Yeah. All right. Capcom debacle done. All right, let's get into something serious, and the seriousness that is super. This is super serious, right? Not that
Super
Capcom
serial.
DRM wasn't serious. This is super serious. All right, guys. Steam updated, and there seems to have been a unknown listing in the database for Elden Ring.
Oh shit!
Section.
DLC is nigh.
There might be an announcement soon. Everybody,
Don't make it February. If I swear to God, if you put it in February,
that's when everybody was assuming was going to be February or whatever. That's when the people were leaking or whatever. But then Elden Ring. But then From Software was like, "Well, we're still working on it. It's taking it's gonna probably take a little longer or whatever." And so it was like maybe not February, but like I mean they put the listing up. Now the listing doesn't mean anything or whatever. We had the listing for Returnal being on PC like I think 6 months to a year before it actually even came out. So, but this is an unknown listing for the DLC section of Elden Ring. Obviously, we know it's Shadow of the Erdtree, but we just don't know when it's coming up. It's just they've already told Steam to put in the slot for it, so that's all we know. Take-Two again filed a trademark dispute saying that Remedy's new logo is too similar when they previously already tried filing a dispute against them with their previous logo.
I don't get
like
this.
Take-Two saying it's too close to Rockstar's logo, and it's like
this is literally a case of we chose the letter R first. We now think no one else should get the letter R as their logo. That's what this is.
It doesn't even look like Rockstar's logo. It doesn't look anywhere near it.
Not even a little. This is dumb.
Is it Remedy and Rockstar like friend companies? Aren't they friendly companies? Didn't they have like interactions with each other? I'm pretty sure Rockstar made a Max Payne game.
No one who's willing to do business with each other is a part of this dispute. This is two legal teams duking it out. Two people who have absolutely nothing to do with each other. This is a dumb trademark war, and I hope that when Rockstar loses this one, they get slapped with
it's not Rockstar, it's Take-Two. It's Take-Two.
I'm
it's
sorry,
their
you're
parent
right.
company.
This is a big difference to make, actually. You're right. I hope when Take-Two loses this, they are told they are not allowed to do this shit again. I don't know how you do that, but this is bullshit. This is bullshit, and they shouldn't be allowed to do
it. Like, I'm pretty sure Rockstar made a Remedy game, and by a Remedy game, I mean they made Max Payne 3. I own Max Payne 3. It is up on my shelf. It has a Rockstar label on it. Remedy made the original fucking Max Payne, or not Remedy. Is it Remedy? Yeah, it is Remedy. Yeah. Remedy made the original 2 Max Payne games. So those two companies have some interplay with each other. At least a little bit.
I get that there is an importance in keeping a trademark free of competitors. I understand that. You don't want people getting too close. It opens up a lot of wiggle room for people just to straight up steal things that they shouldn't. That's not what's happening here. This is ridiculous, and it needs to be nipped in the bud quickly. I don't even know why you would want to fight over this. I can't imagine anyone seeing the Remedy logo and confusing it for the Rockstar logo. Like, it literally has Remedy under it.
Yeah, I know. Literally,
it's not like it's a weird fucked up R with a star somewhere. No, it's just the capital letter R with the name of the studio under it. I don't know how you're going to win this.
It's not even a fully realized R. There's like some weird thing going on with the font of the R. Like it's not even the same font. It's not even the same font of R.
Do you know who actually might have had grounds to put up a struggle against this?
Yeah.
It's not Take-Two, it's Hideo Kojima. I want you to go look up his OD game. He might have had a reason to get a little pissy over the font choice. I don't know what Take-Two's problem is.
Yeah. It baffles me. The things that Take-Two tries to get away with these days, and they're immediately called out on their shit. Like,
I genuinely like it's so petty. I genuinely hope they lose money. I hope that somehow, because I don't think this is one of those cases of like someone's going to lose money. I think either the R will have to be changed again or nothing. I genuinely hope Take-Two loses money to Remedy, and more than just fucking legal fees at this point. They must be stopped. Absolutely fucking petty and ridiculous.
At least the original Remedy logo, I think, was the same font. At least the R was, but it still said Remedy under it. And
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know which one they had to change, because the last Remedy logo in my mind is so 90s style logo.
It's this one.
Okay, I can. Even then, I struggle to see this.
It still says Remedy under it. It still says Remedy under it. Like,
I'm surprised they won and got them to switch this logo. Frankly,
did they win? I think I think Remedy just swapped the logo anyway.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, because this is a little out of date. This is a little old. This is a little like mid 2000s inspired. Like it does feel like a surf shop type of iconography.
Yeah. As reported by Respawn First, Remedy filed 2 variations of the logo, one without its name in May 2023. The UK government's intellectual property, both of which were opposed by Take-Two in September and still remain in that phase. So, I don't. Oh, that's 15 hours ago. I don't know if I could find the original.
Well, you know what? Take-Two, may all your bacon burn.
Yes, please. All right, our last bit of news. All right, remember, we talked about this last week. Square Enix
didn't expect it to be relevant so quickly.
Square Enix said, or the president said, that they were aggressively pushing into AI. All right, they're aggressively going to do that. All right. We understood that. All right, that's cool. All right, so this week they confirmed that Foamstars, their new Splatoon ripoff shooter game, does have some AI generated art. All right, you know what? That's actually fine. All right, I don't care. All right, if you generated some backgrounds, well, fuck it, who cares? All right. But they did say all of the core art. So that means characters. It means like everything that's up in your face, like anything with like I'm assuming their weapons, all intricate designed stuff was all done by hand, all done by somebody. But some stuff was generated with AI generated art. All right, so we knew this was coming. It was going to be in a game. It was going to be in some game. I'm surprised that they just out and admitted it. I don't know if like somebody just decided to say, hey, like maybe one of their art team members was like, yeah, we used AI generated art or something like that. I mean, I don't know. They just added and admitted it. That's the weird thing.
Let me give you a secondary quote, because like I think it was The Verge. The Verge had this quote. In an interview with VGC, Kosuke Okatani, producer of Foamstars, said that the development team used AI generation tool Midjourney, no surprise there, to create in-game art for album covers for the game soundtracks, but explain the majority of the game is still made by humans.
Oh,
Quote, all of the core elements in Foamstars, the core gameplay, and the things that make the game enjoyable, those are all made by hand. End quote.
well, if it's just their album cover art, but like, I
Look,
mean, I
people
understand.
genuinely don't want to dig for this, which, to be fair, I understand because that's not how this was delivered. So the delivery of this information was also really poor.
Yeah,
But also, people have reading comprehension problems.
yeah,
I am not the strongest backer of AI in the workplace yet.
not me.
At least not used for art. Not yet. Not till we get a few things ironed out. However, what we knew from that poorly given bit of information was that the core elements in Foam Stars were not AI. The amount of people I saw saying, "Yeah, those characters all look AI generated," baffled
I
me
lo-
because
I love when people
clearly
don't read.
they didn't actually read.
Yeah, they saw
I
they
am
saw the
not.
headline. They
Oh,
saw the
100%.
headline. That's what.
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and defend Foam Stars. At the end of the day, this shit is absolutely a rip of Splatoon. So
Yeah,
like they're already just
I played it. It is a
copy
rip of
paste.
Splatoon.
And honestly, I'm not necessarily against that because Nintendo's a hard ass and doesn't want to put that out on anything but their own system. So fair
Yeah,
enough. Someone
yeah,
was
fair.
inevitably going to copy it. So this game had enough going on against it negatively to begin with. On top of that, man, this is not a great look. Because, like I said, people aren't going to read for meaning. People aren't even going to look to make sure that what they hear is correct. So, I mean, I hope you don't have high hopes for this game, Square, because you keep shooting yourself in the foot.
Um,
Also, people, please read. Please
I
actually read.
I would hope this game like I feel like this game would be good if it had a free to play model on it. And I don't know if it's going to be a pay to play game.
Oh, I hope they don't sell that game for full price. That'd be a mistake.
Yeah, this game is like maybe $40 maximum. Um,
I genuinely think that game does all right
yeah.
if that game sells for $30. I think it does all right. Because then they'll monetize after the fact. They'll give you special DLC characters. Maybe the colors will get kind of funky. I don't know. There are ways to make that game successful. We know this because Splatoon exists, and not
Hmm.
everyone has a Switch.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
If you make it
If there,
free and just monetize in game, I think that game does very well. But
yeah, I do think
that's an
because
assumption.
I think the gameplay because I played the demo or whatever the beta that they had for it. I think the game controls well enough. I never played Splatoon, because I don't like touching my Switch. Um,
Facts.
and I think the game played well enough. It was a bit janky. I I would like to see this be a free to play game and then just monetize like every fucking thing in it. Because in the end, this game's just going to be about going up against people and shooting foam at people or whatever. Um, uh, but their past endeavors into a game kind of like this, or not like a game model kind of like this or whatever, didn't work too well because Chocobo GP absolutely sucked.
That's
Um,
true. Square Enix has, over the last couple of years, proven they are incapable of handling live service games. It's that
yeah,
they themselves are not good at it.
outside of 14 and 11.
Yeah, because that's specifically an MMO style game that's tried and true, and they
Yeah,
can literally just do what they've been doing for the past
yeah,
20 years. How long? How old
yeah.
is Final Fantasy
11,
11? Whatever.
2001, 2002.
Yeah, so like they like MMOs
20 years.
are honestly already a very safe style to deal with it. But in terms of like the new school, put a game out for free and just monetize the crap out of it.
Hmm.
In terms of like delivery of new content, new characters, new nonsense, Square is absolutely hot garbage at that.
Yeah.
So maybe maybe they shouldn't do this as like a free to play live service. Clearly, you're not good at that.
But here's the thing: their live service games have never been free to play for live service. They've always been pay to play live service.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
So I think they could do a free to play live service with Foamstars.
Oh well, now I'm inclined to believe they won't do it because that tells me that they want to make money back immediately.
Yeah,
they do not feel confident in making it back long term.
The only free to play live service games they've done is like the gacha games that have shown to not do well outside of the ones that they've canceled, like or like recently canceled, like Dissidia.
I think Dissidia was actually starting to do poorly. I think that's why it got canceled. But I was looking. I came to that understanding after looking at literally 2 graphs that were not from this year. So I'm still not 100% sure on that.
Anyway, they use some AI generated art. If you use it in like certain places, I mean I don't feel good about it, but I can understand like if some background stuff needed to be like quickly AI generated or something like that. It's I mean, like you said, this was what, for album cover art or whatever for like some of the songs.
According to like when I actually went back and read the actual quote, yeah, apparently it's for album covers in game. I don't even know what that means, but
it depends on what they used to do the AI generated art. If they just had one of their artists input a bunch of their own like art stuff and just threw it into the random generator, that's fine, because you're using one of your artists that you paid for to draw up some stuff to put in the AI generator to make this art. Whatever. They're AI generating their own art. That's fine. That is okay. All right. If they're pulling stuff off the internet, not cool, bro. Not cool.
Pretty much.
But yeah. That's all for news this week. I didn't see anything too spectacular recently. So yeah. I do I even need to say what I'm going to do?
Tell them anyway.
Do I even need to say that, like, as soon as we get done with this podcast, I am going to go to the bathroom, and then probably load up my PlayStation to play more of this demo. I mean, that's honestly what's going on. Actually, no, that's a lie. Actually, what's going to happen is we're going to end this podcast. I'm going to check to see if I can actually put this on my DaVinci without having to convert it, because I did reset my computer recently, and my OBS is recording in MKV at the moment, and I don't know if DaVinci grabs MKV. I might have to like convert it into MP4 before I put it in the DaVinci. But I'll have to check that later. That's something I can deal with. It might delay the podcast for like a day or something like that. Whatever. Then I'm gonna go to the bathroom first, and then I'm gonna do that. But also I'm gonna talk to you about this video that I've been watching on Twitter for like the entirety of the podcast. And then I'm going to it's a video game related thing. And then I'm gonna load up the demo and play the demo.
And there it is.
Yeah.
I am going to end this. Also go to the bathroom, go to the gym, come back, and then, I don't know, probably go to sleep. But I will be playing more Cyberpunk and the demo come this week. Probably some Rising as well. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, made it this far. Hit that like and subscribe button. We love it. We don't hate it. We definitely don't hate it.
True.
And we would like to see more of it. But we will see you guys next week, hopefully with a leak. I'm not gonna go out and buy a leak, but maybe our resident leak will be here. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Be good now. Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than ever. everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely